Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Michael and today I'm going to be taking you through a nice, slow, gentle sequence. Really nice sequence for the evening, lovely way to prepare the body for sleep and just relieve tension that we've gathered throughout the day. It's all going to be floor based. I'm going to be using one block for our practice today, and this can be substituted with either a cushion, a book or a bolster. So let's come down onto our mats. So coming down onto the back of the body, we're going to take a bend into our knees, bring the soles of the feet down to the floor, and taking the feet nice and wide, a little bit wider than hip width apart. And let's come to rest our hands gently onto our belly. So we can take a moment to soften or close the eyes. And just begin to slow the breath down. So there's no need to have any particular breathing practice for tonight's sequence. We can just allow the breath to be deep and to be smooth. Nice full deep belly breaths. Just really having a sense of the breath as it passes through the body. Maybe notice the feel of the breath beneath the hands. And notice the effects on the body as we just slow the breath down. So we can take a moment to check in with the mind. Just notice how the mind is feeling. Aware of our thoughts, our distractions, all of our actions throughout our day, everything we've gathered along the way. And just placing all that to one side. And just giving the mind time to rest with the body and the breath. So let's relax the arms down the sides of the body. Maybe take the arms a little bit wider. Palms can be facing up. Softness in the shoulders. Relaxing through the toes. And we're simply going to press down through the soles of the feet. And really lightly lift the hips off the floor. Nice and gently, so we don't have to lift too high. And we're just going to take a moment to sway the hips from side to side. Maybe here we can feel that movement from the ankles and the knees. Imagine all them connections into the hips, just taking that weight. And then we're softly going to bring the hips over to the right side of the mat. And we're going to lower the hips down to the floor. We're going to soften the knees down to the left. We're going to take our arms nice and wide. And we're just going to take our gaze over to the right and just allow the body to gently soften here. So remember here, we're not drawing the belly in. We have no engagement through the pelvic floor. We can just allow the body to be soft with just a nice, deep, steady breath. So really allowing the body to ease into the position. A nice gentle rotation in the lower body. Maybe notice any tightness here in that right hip. And we can really guide the breath into those spaces of tightness within the body. On our next inhale, we're going to draw the knees back to the centre. Again, lightly lift the hips off the floor. A little sway from side to side of the hips before bringing them over to the left, lowering the hips down to the mat and then softening the knees over to the right. This time taking our gaze over to the left, keeping the arms nice and wide, that softness in the shoulders. And just allowing the body to soften into that space. And then slowly breathing in as we bring the knees back to the center. Bring the head back to the center, lift the hips. Bring the hips back to the middle of the mat, and then gently lower the hips down. We're going to draw the knees in, catch a hold of our shins, and just have a gentle rock from side to side. So just releasing any tension in the lower back. Drawing the tailbone down towards the floor to really maintain that connection to the back of the body. Maybe drawing some circles down into the lower back. Any way that you wish. So we want to build that intuition of what really feels nice within the body. And then slowly bring the left foot down to the floor. We're going to catch a hold of the right knee with both hands. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and as we exhale, let's hug that knee in towards the body. Keeping the left knee in line with the hip, toes nice and soft. So easing any tension down in that right hip. And let's straighten that right leg up to the sky. We can interlace our fingers around the back of the thigh, just pressing into that right heel. So engaging all the way down into the back of that right leg. And take a bend in that right knee. We're going to place the outside of that right ankle on top of the left thigh. We can gently ease that right knee away with the right hand. So just beginning to again open up down in that right hip. And then from here we're going to float the left foot off the floor. We're going to reach our hands through, catching a hold of that shin with both hands. Maybe interlace the fingers, take a deep breath in through the nose. And as we exhale, we're going to lift the head and shoulders as we hug that knee in towards the body. So here we want to be pressing into that right heel, keeping the knee nice and engaged. Keep the face muscles nice and relaxed, shoulders away from the ears. And again, nice deep belly breaths. And slowly lower the head and shoulders down. We're going to bring the sole of that left foot to the floor. Keep the right ankle hooked on top of that left thigh. Let's take the arms nice and wide, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And as we exhale, we're going to soften the legs down to the left. So the sole of that right foot might come all the way down to the floor. And I'm going to take our gaze over to the right. And just hold it here, nice deep breaths. So again, nice little twist down into the lower body. So here we're tuning into that softer side. So coming into that element of quietness. As we allow the body to gently slow down. Lovely, let's breathe in as we bring the head back to the center. Bringing the legs back to the center, unhook the right foot. Hug both knees into the body and have a nice little rock from side to side. So again, maybe creating some circles down in the lower spine. So easing any tension down in the sacrum, down in the hips. And let's bring the sole of the right foot down to the floor with a bent knee. Let's keep hold of the left knee, both hands, take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, let's hug that knee in towards the body. So here we're keeping the shoulders and the back of the head grounded. So we're just taking that intention down into the left hip. So notice here if we gather any tension in the face, keep the eyes and the jaw nice and soft. From here, let's straighten that left leg up to the sky, catch a hold of the back of the thigh, and we're going to press towards the ceiling with that left heel. So easing into the muscles down the back of that left leg. Still keeping the belly nice and soft, so the inner body's nice and spacious. And then we're going to place the outside of that left ankle on top of the right thigh. Use the left hand to gently ease the left knee away from the body, and then let's float the right foot off the floor. Reach our hands through either side of that right leg to catch hold of the shin. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and as we exhale, let's lift the head and shoulders as we draw that leg in towards the body. So again, we're pressing into that left heel this time. Shoulders are relaxed away from the ears, space in the back of the neck. So remember, we're slowing the body down here. It's a nice, slow, relaxed attention on the breath. Let's slowly and gently release the head and shoulders back down. Bring the sole of that right foot to the floor. Keep the left ankle hooked. Keep the arms nice and wide, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and as we exhale, we're going to soften the legs over to the right. So this time the sole of that left foot might come all the way down to the floor, and then we're going to gently take our gaze over to the left. So again, allowing the lower body to be soft. Nice deep breaths all the way down into the base of the lungs. Breathe in as we bring the legs back to the center. Unhook the left ankle, draw the knees in towards the body, nice rock from side to side. So from here we're going to straighten the legs away from the body, and we're going to bring both heels together. From here we're going to take our heels over to the left side of the mat. We're going to reach our arms above the head, catching a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. We're going to take a deep breath in to lengthen through the side of the body, and as we exhale, we're going to draw the upper body over to the left. And if we want to take this a little bit deeper, we can cross the right ankle over the left ankle, and just breathe down into the side of the body. Nice deep breaths. That nice deep stretch down into the right hip. Nice lateral flexion of the spine. Again, allowing the jaw to be soft, and a gentle space between the teeth. And then gently release the wrist, unhook the ankle. We're going to walk both heels over to the right corner of the mat. Reaching the arms above the head, we're going to catch hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Going to inhale to lengthen through the left side of the body. Exhale as we draw the upper body over to the right. So here we want to take it a little bit deeper. We can cross that left ankle over the right. just bringing that stretch down into the left hip, all up the left side of the body. Nice lateral flexion of the spine. A couple more deep breaths here. And slowly release the wrist. Bring the arms down the side of the body. Bring the feet back onto the mat. And so let's bring the feet hip width apart. Arms down the sides of the body. Soles of the feet nice and connected to the earth. So here is going to be when we use our prop. So let's have our prop nice and close by. So to start with, arms down the sides of the body, palms facing down, toes nice and soft. Deep breath in through the nose, and as we exhale, let's lift the hips up towards the sky. Nice and gently, we don't have to lift too high. So just coming into a nice bridge pose, but we've got a nice relaxed tension on the body. So we're slowing the body down, so we don't want too much energy here. And then from here, we're going to catch a hold of our block, wherever that is. I'm going to place the block or the cushion underneath the base of the spine, and then we're going to gently lower the body down. So the sacrum should feel nice and supported here. So we've got no pinching in the lower back. So it may take a moment to readjust the block or the cushion just to get it nice and comfortable. And then once we're there, we're going to draw the knees in towards the body. And then we're going to straighten the legs up to the sky. So here we can take the arms nice and wide. So we're just allowing all of the weight of the legs here to drain down into the base of the spine, down into the block. It's a really lovely way to calm the body, to prepare the body for sleep. So whatever we've been doing throughout our day, we can just allow that to gently release. And just to help the body come into that space of calmness. So a few more nice deep breaths here. And then we're going to slowly bend the knees. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet back down to the floor. And then nice and gently, we're going to start to walk the feet away from the body. So straightening the legs out, bring the heels down to the floor. And just allow the body to soften here. So a fairly deep stretch here into the front of the hips. Obviously, if you want to make these final stretches a little bit more intense, a little bit deeper, you either need a bigger block or a bigger cushion to just lift the hips a little bit higher. And slowly begin to walk the feet back towards the body. I'm going to draw the knees in, have a little rock from side to side. And bring the soles of the feet down to the floor. Pressure the soles of the feet to lift the lower body, moving the block or the cushion from underneath. And we're going to gently lower down, nice and gently. And let's draw the knees in towards each other. Drawing the knees in towards the body. Then we're going to reach our hands through inside the legs, going to catch hold of the outside edge of the feet. Draw the soles of the feet so they're facing the sky, knees down towards the floor, and just gently rocking from side to side. Now Ananda Balasana, a nice happy baby. Slowly release the feet. Bring the feet down to the floor. Arms down the sides, the body, palms facing up. And let's straighten the legs away from the body, coming into our Shavasana. So here, if it feels uncomfortable to straighten the legs, feel free to bend the knees, soles of the feet to the floor, and allow the knees to soften in towards each other. Wherever you are, coming into that moment of rest. Maybe slowing the breath a little bit further. So here a sense of the weight of the physical body. A sense of our connection to the earth. And just allow the body to soften. Feel free to stay here as long as you wish. For those of you that wish to move, let's start to find some movement through the fingers and the toes. And beginning to engage with the breath. Let's reach the arms above the body. Take a nice deep breath in, nice deep breath stretch. And hugging the knees in towards the body. Have a nice rock from side to side. And gently easing onto our side. Lifting up into a nice comfortable seat. And let's relax the hands onto our knees. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Let's take our hands together, take a deep breath in through the nose, and release that breath with a big sigh. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me to practice today. Hope you have a lovely evening, a day, wherever you are within your week. If you enjoyed the practice, please hit the like and subscribe, and I shall see you again. Thank you very much.